Welcome back to the Crypto World channel, everyone. My name is Josh, and right now Ethereum is holding this upwards trending line of support with a perfect bounce right here. And in just a moment, I'm going to be covering the extremely high correlation between Ethereum and the stock market. I will also reveal some other important signals that we need to be paying attention to, and the bounce that we're getting for Ethereum versus Bitcoin as expected. All of that and more in this video, so make sure you're watching all the way to the end so that you're not missing out on any of this important information. And just before we jump into it, make sure to drop a like on the video down below, and if you're new to the channel, you might as well subscribe with notifications turned on for more updates just like this every single day. But with all of that out of the way, let's get straight into what this video is about. So right here on the Ethereum to US dollar chart on the 4-hour time frame, and as you can see here, Ethereum is still holding within this upwards trending parallel channel, and with the recent dip to the downside that the majority of markets experienced, that sent the price of Ethereum straight into this upwards trending line of supports that I've been talking about for quite a while now on the channel, and that was coming in at roughly around $4,500 US. And you can see here that there were a lot of buyers in that price range just there, which is why we formed a huge wick to the downside, and right now we are getting a decent bounce back to the upside. So anyone that actually took that buying opportunity and bought along that upwards trending line of support right there, you would already be in profits right now, just like all of these previous times that we've bounced from this trend line. So even though it is technically possible that we could see some more bearish price action, but with that being said, we're still in this uptrend on the 4-hour charts, and bringing out the price oscillators right now on the 4-hour charts for Ethereum, what we can see here is we did form one small bearish divergence back here with that slightly higher high in the price and a lower high in the RSI, but that's basically already played out with that quick flash crash to the downside straight into this line of support. So other than that really small bearish divergence just there, we do not have any other bearish divergences on the 4-hour charts, and in fact the RSI on the 4-hour charts is still trending to the upside just like the price. With that being said, at the time from this video, the MACD has not seen another bullish cross just yet, but when we do see a bullish cross in the 4-hour MACD, that is usually a pretty good signal for us that we are due for more bullish price action, especially while we have been in this uptrend so far. Basically every single bullish cross so far in this uptrend has signaled more bullish price action to come. So even though we haven't seen the bullish cross just yet, we are approaching it and we're getting closer. And as of right now, this line of support is coming in at approximately 4,550, and this line of resistance is coming in at just above 4.9k, nearly $5,000. So for as long as Ethereum is still remaining within those levels, we're still looking really good here for this 4-hour uptrend. Now zooming out to the daily time frame for Ethereum to see something very interesting, because when we're bringing out the S&P 500, which is this orange line just here, that's the S&P 500 index on top of the Ethereum price, which is the candlesticks just here. And once again, this is on the daily time frame for both Ethereum and the S&P 500. And what we can see here is the fact that Ethereum and the stock market are actually very correlated right now. On almost every single dip that the stock market takes, Ethereum also sees a dip, and same with the pumps to the upside. Anytime we see a major move to the upside, the stock market also has a move to the upside. And then September was bearish for both Ethereum and the stock market, and then leading into the beginning of October, both Ethereum and the stock market were incredibly bullish, leading all the way up until right now, where both Ethereum and the stock market have seen a short-term pullback. And another way to look at the correlation between the S&P 500 and the price of Ethereum is bringing out this indicator just here. This is the correlation coefficient, and believe it or not, over the past 1 month, the correlation coefficient has stayed at roughly around 0.9, which means that over the past 1 month, Ethereum has been 90% correlated to the S&P 500. So obviously a 90% correlation is a very high correlation, because a 100% correlation would mean that Ethereum and the S&P 500 are doing the exact same thing. So what does this mean for Ethereum? Well, basically, if the stock markets are going to have a bit more of a pullback here, then we could see a little bit more bearish price action come into play for Ethereum. But on the other end of the spectrum, if we see the stock market have a gain back to the upside, then it's very likely that Ethereum will follow the S&P 500 on that gain to the upside. So basically for the Ethereum holders out there, just keep an eye on what the S&P 500 is doing, what the US stock market is doing, especially while we have this high correlation. Obviously, this correlation is not going to last forever as well. I want to make that clear. Ethereum goes through times where we have very high correlation, but then we also go through times where we have negative correlation, meaning that Ethereum and the stock market are going in opposite directions. But considering the correlation that we're seeing right now, once again, just keep an eye on what's happening in both Ethereum and the stock market to get a good idea on what the other one is most likely going to do next. And staying on the daily time frame for Ethereum, as you can see, we've still got this huge cup and handle pattern playing out right now. The subscribers would already know about this pattern, but for the new viewers on the channel, the technical price target for this bullish pattern is coming in at around $6,200 $200 US per Ethereum, which from the current price of Ethereum to that price target is around a 31% gain. So there's still some major opportunities moving forward in Ethereum, but keep in mind, due to the size of that pattern, don't expect that price target to come into play overnight. It's going to take a little bit longer, because if you're also looking in the RSI and the MACD on the daily time frame, what we can see is the fact that they're starting to almost go sideways. And usually this can signal to us that the price of Ethereum is also about to head sideways in a bit of a sideways consolidation. On this visible chart just here, the closest that we've seen to this was back during August, but instead of sideways consolidation in the RSI, we were seeing a pullback to the downside. But what happened here for Ethereum? Well, first of all, we had a major bullish move to the upside that lasted quite some time, and then we entered a sideways consolidation that actually lasted for around 3 weeks. And by the end of those 3 weeks, there was a lot of people in Ethereum getting very bored and frustrated with the price of Ethereum, and in that stage, that's when we saw a major move to the upside where we ran into this resistance. So it's possible we could see something similar here, and also we are getting close to some sort of bearish cross on the daily MACD, but keep in mind we saw a bearish cross back here during August, and that didn't necessarily mean that we'll do for bearish price action, because once again that was just a sideways consolidation. Apart from that area on the charts, another time that's probably closer to what we're seeing right now was back here, same time last year during November 2020, when Ethereum was in a nice uptrend on the daily time frame. We were slowly surging to the upside at a pretty consistent rate, and then the RSI started consolidating sideways. But during that same time period where the RSI was going sideways, and by the way, we also saw a bearish cross in the daily MACD, the price of Ethereum was still in that uptrend. We just slowed down for a little bit in the shorter term, and then eventually when we saw a major bullish cross in the daily MACD, and as we started breaking above this point of resistance, that is when we saw the next major move to the upside for Ethereum. So basically, if Ethereum were to play out similar price action to those last couple times, we could be due for a sideways consolidation over the next couple weeks or so before the uptrend continues. But just because we saw that the last couple times, it doesn't necessarily guarantee that that's going to play out again. So just keep that in mind as well. And now taking a look at Ethereum valued against Bitcoin on the 4-hour time frame. And following up my last Ethereum versus Bitcoin update that I made around 2 days ago on the channel, there's really not a whole lot to add since that video, because if you watched that video 2 days ago on the channel, Ethereum valued against Bitcoin was sitting right here, and I said in that video that we are due to see a bounce very soon. Probably within the next 1 to 2 days, we are going to bounce back to the upside here, and that's simply because the RSI was approaching oversold areas and the MACD was approaching a bullish cross. And so Ethereum is playing out that bounce as expected, and technically we do have a bit of resistance here at the golden pocket coming in at around 0.073 Bitcoin per Ethereum. But other than that, the main point of resistance for Ethereum versus Bitcoin is this level just here, where we've seen 2 major rejections from that same level, and that is coming in at around 0.0747 Bitcoin per Ethereum. But either way, generally speaking, when the overall crypto markets are looking bullish, Ethereum usually outperforms Bitcoin during the bullish times, and that's what we're seeing right now. And so anyone that followed me around a month ago in making the decision to move some Bitcoin into Ethereum right back here, obviously at the moment you will be sitting in some very nice profits, and right now I'm simply just holding those positions. And for any of the new viewers on the channel that want to take a deeper dive into technical analysis, I actually have a complete technical analysis course in the first link in the description, and over there I cover everything from how to spot a trend, how to trade trends, understanding support and resistance, and how to trade support and resistance, how to find and confirm chart patterns, and how to trade chart patterns with over 15 different examples, understanding how different indicators work on the chart, and how to trade using indicators with 9 different examples, candlestick analysis, risk management, and more. So basically, if you're serious about making a lot of money in the crypto markets, or if you simply just want to learn more technical analysis from myself, then once again, you'll find all of that in the first link in the description. But anyway, that is it for this video. If you enjoyed or got something valuable out of this video, be sure to leave a like down below. And if you're new to the channel, you might as well subscribe with notifications turned on so that you're not missing out on any of these future updates that I post every single day. As always, I really do appreciate all of your support in the channel at the moment. I can't thank you guys enough. And before you click off, for the new viewers on the channel, check out these uploads if you haven't already. I've got a video in the bottom left corner showing you how I earn passive income every day on my crypto holdings. And in the top left, you'll find a Bybit tutorial video, which is the platform that I most commonly use to trade Bitcoin and Ethereum. But anyway, that is really everything I have to say for this video. I really hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you all in the next video.